My able assistant headmistress, domestic, the director of Ghana Tourism Authority, Western Region, officers from the Metro office, other dignitaries seated at the high table, staff from various institutions, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. I welcome you warmly this morning to Fidjai Senior High School and to this special workshop. And I didn't even know that we used to have tourism clubs in school. In fact, in Ghana, we have a lot of tourism potential, but the citizens, we don't know. People from outside come visit our tourist site, but we ourselves, we don't know where to go. So it is good we are establishing tourism clubs in school so that the youth will know the various sites, interesting sites that we can visit, so that we save towards it. You know, it is not common to see a Ghanaian saving purposely for excursion, for sightseeing. We save for other things. So this workshop will open our eyes so that we start saving towards sightseeing, so that we can explore Ghana and be well informed. I wish you well this morning. Enjoy the workshop. Thank you very much.
That's my headmaster. This is my alma mater. I was here some years ago. So I'm proud to be standing before you here. Thank you so much, Uncle Ken. Next on our program, we have the purpose of gathering to be held by Madame Sandra Ose. Please, let's put our hands together and welcome Madame Sandra.
Thank you, Madam Hannah. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to give the purpose of gathering to this one-day workshop. Today is a special welcome. I give a special welcome to our speakers and our invited guests. Tourism Society of Ghana is one family. That's one family we are here today. We share knowledge, network, and give day-to-day updates. That will help you as a patron to manage a society in your respective schools. Hence, gathering here today, the theme for today's workshop is the role of teachers in promoting domestic tourism. Our speakers will share more light on this, as well as we talk through the tourism club and then the club guide, which most of us have copies. In view of this, I say I equal to those who already have the established, have the tourism club established in your school already, and Aquaba to those of you yet to establish the tourism clubs in your schools. I am proud to inform you that the National School Project, that is Tourism Society of Ghana, works in partnership with Ghana Education Service, Ghana Tourism Authority, and Ghana TVET Service. Sit down, relax, and enjoy the session. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So we in the tourism sector always look for an opportunity to promote our culture as Ghanaians. Next, we are going to have a performance from the students of Fidjai Secondary School. So sit back and relax. Thank you so much.
Hey, you know, you'll come, but you moments na meeting. No, what to say? Hey, just a moon cup, just a professor, the moon cup, and that baby, I'm fine. Oh, what is old granny? Don't you know what? We told our parents that we wanted to visit outside the country, and then she told us to come to you. Yeah. You guys want to visit outside the country? Yes.
Our friends are going and wanted to go, but they refused and brought us here instead.
I don't blame you. Blame your parents. They've spoiled you children so much. And I'm actually glad that this time they listened to me and they brought you here to me in the village. You know, there are actually beautiful places here in Ghana that you guys can tour. Ghana? Yes. Yeah. It's how they are banana way. Oh, there are lots of beautiful places here in Ghana. You see? Since you guys are here with me, and let me tell you about some of the beautiful places we have here in Ghana. You see, in the eastern region of Ghana, there's a very beautiful waterfall called the Boti Falls. Yes, you see, according to oral history, this fall was hidden in the forest until it was discovered in 1906 by a white Catholic priest. Yes, but it was rediscovered in the 1950s by a hunter called Tete Nunga. Yes, and you see, this place is so welcoming that when you visit there, you are able to admire nature. You can release stress because of the cool breeze that's come along with. We would like to go there. Oh, don't worry, I'll take you there, okay? Or you still want to go outside?
No, we can go later.
Okay. There's also a place called the Fort Sebastian. Yes. A fort is a building. It's just like any other building. It is very big. It's an ancient building. And this building is located right here in the western region, in Shama.
Shama?
Yes. Why, you thought it was somewhere at the border? Oh no. Oh no, it is just here in Shama. This building was built by the Portuguese in 1520 to 1520. In some specific as well as hidden destinations that people don't give heed to. This can act as a sector in our country. It can also increase income inequality by raising the income of rural residents than that of urban residents. I know most people would rather go to Kakum than visit a cinema falls because it is not known by many. In all, it will give opportunity for individuals to get to know about their culture, thus promoting cultural acquisition. Our culture and history is what defines us. That is why we must wear Ghana, eat Ghana, tour Ghana. Yes. Thank you.
We have the tourist sites. And I know when we talk of tourism, most of us, the immediate thing that comes to our mind is the tourist sites. That is why I'm taking the small time to explain what the sector entails. It is not only the tourist sites. Because we are told today that we want to see how we can revive the existing tourist clubs in the schools. So it's not only about visiting the tourist sites. There are other things that we ourselves can enjoy. Headmaster made a statement that we are used to saving for other things, but we are not used to saving to enjoy ourselves. So the tourist sites are dotted all over the place. And Western region happens to have the highest forts and castles. We are the highest, we have the highest, we lead in terms of the forts and castles here. The students made mention of Shama, all have Fort Sebastian. Then you can count it. Sebastian, Fort Orange, Fort Batterstein, Metropolis, and the rest. We have always said that our tourism is unique because when you go to these sites, the stories they tell you, what you see is unique because we have not adulterated what we inherited. But of course, there are restorations that are going on at some of the sites and the castles. But when you also restore, it will depreciate, it will collapse. So sometimes we make some minimum renovations to ensure that these can stay and that others can come to enjoy them. So aside the forts and the castles, within town here we have this Abrewa Museum, which is just next door to some of us. How many of us are aware that we have a Pan-African museum called this Abrewa Museum? Just one, yes, that's a good number. And if you take time to enter and they walk you through history, the struggles of our forefathers. Well, these things are very good because you are teachers, you are mentors, and you are imparting this knowledge into the students. You all are what we're doing in the past with the cultural officers. When schools write to us, asking to travel to tourist sites, we do the facilitation. We write to peers, telling them that a school group wants to travel to so place. We want permission for the school to travel. They want to be assured that the students are not only moving out alone. There are chaperones. There are people that will guide them as they travel. Then what we had pleaded in the past was that schools that have buses request for the bus fee, which they mostly give to us. Then you are asked to fuel it. That reduces the cost of travel. Then you get to the sites, you are asked to pay entrance fees. And these days, we say our fees are discriminatory. Because you have fees for Ghanaians, and you have fees for non-Ghanaians. The whites are complaining. That why should you discriminate? You are all the same. So why will you ask me that if you're a Ghanaian, pay 10 cedis, and because he's not a Ghanaian, you should pay 20 cedis? Students should be given rebates. And if you look at all the fees that are posted by the sites, there are student rates. There are rates, special rates for groups that can encourage you to travel in groups. 5 and above, you are given discounts. That is the facilitation we do. We know that if it happens to be an overnight, that is where you cannot go and come the same day. You are worried about where to sleep, whether you can find money to pay for a hotel. So once we get to know, we try and negotiate for reduction, for rebates at these hotels. And sometimes you can get very low rates. If not only at the hotel, also the hostels were able to get discounts for you. And for school kids who travel in large groups, sometimes we encourage them to plan their trips around the holiday periods, where we are sure that the SS schools by then will have gone on holidays. I am indeed very glad to be part of this program this morning. The drama displayed by the students sets the tone for what we are all here to do. And I believe that once these students, beautifully attired in our local costume, have this knowledge, I am convinced that we as teachers, we as mentors, have been able to imbibe in them this knowledge that they displayed this morning. And it is our hope that it trickles down to every student.
Business or professional purpose. Tourism offers great opportunities for emerging economic and developing countries. It creates jobs, strengthens the local economy, contributes to local infrastructure and development, and can help to conserve the natural environment and cultural assets and traditions, and also to reduce poverty and inequality. As teachers and students, it will be a process of spending time away from home. School in pursuit of recreation, relaxation, and pleasure. In making use of clubs for a better and greater opportunity. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So now we've gotten to a very key activity on our program today. We'll have a presentation on the National School Project, which will give you more information about the tourism clubs and how you come in as coordinators. To do that for us is the Youth Tourism Ambassador for Ghana and also the Executive Director for Tourism Society of Ghana. Please, a round of applause for Mr. Joseph Amartey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Hannah. Good morning to you all. I'm so excited to be with you once again. I think a few months ago we came to Western Region to have a regional tour. So we had a chat with some of you. Personally, one profession that I respect so much under this sun is teachers. I love teaching profession so much, and I've said to myself, if one of my children doesn't take teaching as a profession, I will disown all of them. And I can't do that alone, all of them as a part of this crusade. I think my big boss here, Mr. Henry, has really touched on most of these things. And I feel that we teachers, we have a voice. And I always tell people that if we are able to recognize that we have something, we can control the nation and even control the world at large. The tourism sector, we have the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, which is a policy body or the mother body of the whole industry. And this body has 13 agencies under them. To mention few, the first and the mother agency or the lead of the agency, Ghana Tourism Authority, they are regulators. They regulate our attraction sites, our hotels, restaurants, to make sure that we meet national and international standards. We don't just operate below belt. That is their work. They are regulators. We also have the Ghana Tourism Development Company Limited. We have the National Theatre, the Boy Center, John Padmore, Kwame Nkrumah Museum, Bureau of Languages, the Creative Arts Agency. All these are under the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture. And each of these with their rules or their mandate. So as for these are the basic things we feel you need to know. And as we're moving on and we belong to one platform, we'll be sharing more of these information with you. Because when you meet the school children or the students or the members of the club, we expect that these are some of the areas that you need to let them know. Some of them even get confused that once I'm in part of the tourism sector, I would like to further my education within the tourism related sector. Someone may ask, Tourism Society of Ghana, who are we? Tourism Society of Ghana started as a private agency operating under the auspices of the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture in partnership with the Ghana Education Service and Ghana Tibet Service, and their core mandate is to establish tourism clubs in all the schools across the country and among the youth. We have been existing since 2006 up to date until COVID-19 strike. But the unfortunate thing was that the operation had been in Accra and some major cities across the country until COVID-19 strike and all our activities shut down. After the COVID-19, there was a need for us to meet again, meet our stakeholders or the partners, especially the Ghana Education Service, where we launched the rejuvenation of the tourism club, Service, Ghana Police Service, the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture. So these are the partners that we are running with. And we are not running with them just for running sake. We have signed documents that all these institutions have appended their signatures. When we sign this, we have an MOU that binds all of us the responsibilities of each of these seven institutions.
So we have the basic and senior high school chapter, the tertiary chapter, and then we have the public chapter. The public chapter also is put into two. We have the public and then the corporate. You are the corporate, you are working and you still have the interest, so you can join the corporate. But fortunately for you, because you are teachers, so automatically you are members of the club. But we're talking about those who are within the corporate world, those who are working within the banks, the restaurants, the hotels. These are people we are trying to make sure that they sign on to our corporate chapter. So some of the programs the 4 programs that has been approved by Ghana Education Service include Youth in Tourism Festival. That is 1. 2. National Tourism Quiz Competition. And then 3. Youth Tourism Sports Festival. And then 4. Youth Campaign. Annual Youth Campaign. Now GS has made it so flexible for us now to organize a campaign for the school students on our members within the schools, because if we are doing the classroom then we need to also make sure they have a practical knowledge on this. But the challenge is that sometimes we as teachers, we abuse the opportunities given to us by our authorities. How do we just organize a student to a excursion or a campaign without going through the appropriate channel? That is the challenge. So we are here to educate you that anything that we do, please let's observe protocol to observe. Now, apart from the 4 approved events by Ghana Education Service, we also have our TOSOGHA events and projects, which we would like to share that with you. Our events and projects include 1. Youth tourism conferences. We do conferences for the young ones, we do it for the general public, we do it for churches, we do it for anybody. So any church that you belong to that need tourism education, you can get to us. We arrange the Ghana National Awards. So before we leave here, we're going to have some interim executives before we leave here. So now the cloud within Sekondi-Takoradi is for you, it's not for us. So you are now going to run your own affairs. People think, are we running the club so that if there's money, they will come and take the money and go or what? No, the club is for you. The club is for you, so we'll get there. So that is the tourism society around the Sekondi-Takoradi district. So we need to have district executives, your president, your vice, and blah blah. But also that is a union within the GS. We have a leadership. Okay, I think the National School Project is the reason why we are seated today. And topics are introduced to support regular course and emerging curriculum issues, creation of platform for the promotion and appreciation of Ghanaian cultural practice, which our students really enlighten us on some of these areas. Our Wear Ghana, See Ghana, Eat Ghana, and then the Feel Ghana project in our office. But let's go to the club guide. Now the club guide is our constitution. There's a saying that where there's no law, there's no offense. On that we have our constitution or the guide. And I think most of you are having a guide. Is there anyone who has not got a guide, copy of the guide? Or you don't have it? Okay. So your numbers meeting, let's ensure that they are on WhatsApp. At the end of this, by close of day tomorrow, all of you have basically my presentation as well as the guide. So the guide comes with I'll touch on some few areas only. The quality I will share with you. The most important thing is about the club membership. We don't pay students to join the club. Don't pay your students. Don't make by force and compulsory that you have to go to us, I'll pay you. Don't do that. It's a no-go area at all. Because we have what we call freedom of what? Association. Gentlemen, I think this note, yes, let me talk about the last one, what we call the Liberty Card. The Liberty Card is also something that took us over 2 years to finalize our Liberty Card. And the Liberty Card has become a product of the Tourism Society of Ghana. So anytime you're organizing an excursion for them, they won't feel the entrance fee because they have already subscribed for a Liberty Card. That enables them access to the attraction site. That's what most of the schools are having. Again, you don't pay a student for not having a Liberty Card. They themselves will run for you for the Liberty Card. And they are one of our program is having the steps. of radius, and that will pull up, right? Okay, so that's the step. So from here, you can take a picture of it, or you can scan the code to know the steps if your student wants to have it, or the general public wants to have a Liberty card. When you visit our website, www.tosogha.com, you can see the Liberty card there, and then you go through. Now, as members, now we assume that you have all this information. The next thing we need to do is that we share with you membership form. Please make sure that every child who belong to the club must have a membership form filled. Why are we doing that? We fill the form to seek the consent of the parents. Every parent must sign on the form so that it won't look like you have forced a child to be a member of the club. So these forms, we run photocopies to them. Some of them do it on their own. They take it to their parents. They fill, sign.
Please, parliamentary proceedings. We are in parliament now. Thank you very much. This is the Sekondi-Takoradi parliament. This morning we are sitting right. So please, if you are for Faustina, you say yay. And then what I get?
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
So I do hereby in the name of the Almighty accept the office as the immigration office as the highest authority of the Tourism Society of Ghana, and I will hold it in high esteem. The vision for which the Tourism Society of Ghana stands for. I promise to coordinate by sense of humor the activities of the district at the district level. By volunteering my whole self, head, heart. You are going to volunteer your head, your heart, and hands, accompanied by the of my energy, my time, my money, and other resources towards the full protection of the vision of the state of Ghana. In default, I shall suffer the penalty for it. In default, I shall suffer the penalty for it. So help me God. Congratulations.
First and foremost, I'll thank the Almighty God for the opportunity given me. And I'm very grateful for your love shown me, your support, and for voting for me as the president of the society, district level. I pledge that my executives and I will do our very best to lift the face from Takoradi to Western and to National and to the whole world. I also want to make a promise. I want to make a promise that within this 4 months, we should be able to coordinate and move out of Takoradi for a trip, so that when we come back and we are forming our class, we know what to tell our kids. Thank you.
Kindly join us here for your last statement as a culture coordinator, then we call it a day. So you do that. Let's see. Please, let's hear from the culture coordinator. Give us the statement. Closing statement.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Yusuf and Tourism Society of Ghana. In fact, we have tried a lot for them to come down to Western region, and probably Sekondi-Takoradi. It's only ECMA that has benefited from it. So tomorrow we are going to ECMA. So as I stated on the platform, if you don't have your passport, you get it ready, as well as the learners. And then when you go back to your schools, as I said, you print the forms for the learners to fill, that's the parents, so that you can bring it either to the metro office or to the executives, so that you send it to Accra.
On behalf of my team, before we give the vote of thanks, personally I say a big congratulations for your cooperations. This is just for all of us. Whatever you are organizing, I said we are here to enjoy from this very thing we are about starting. Whatever you have spent in coming here, we can assure you in no time you will get it back.
Thank you so much. I think the executives can have their seats. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of today's program, which has been so exciting. We call on Mr. Atu Nelson to give us the vote of thanks. We have the open prayer. Once we are done, we have something small for refreshment at the back. We also take some photographs. So don't be in a hurry to do. Let's